you've never actually forgotten anything in your entire life. Every moment, every name, every detail is still sitting in your mind right now. José Silva, creator of the Silva mind control method, proved that forgetfulness is just an illusion. Today, I'm going to show you how to use this knowledge to remember anything you want. If you forget names seconds after meeting people, blank out during tests, or constantly lose your keys, stay with me. Today we're talking about José Silva's approach to memory. It completely changes how we think about remembering and forgetting. I'll give you 4 simple techniques you can use today to dramatically improve your memory. Let's dive in. Most of us believe we have bad memory. We meet someone new, they tell us their name, and 5 minutes later, it's gone. We study for hours and still blank out on the test. We put down our phone and spend 20 minutes looking for it. We make jokes about it. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. I have the memory of a goldfish. José Silva discovered something incredible. He said you don't actually ever forget anything. Every piece of information that enters your mind gets stored. The real problem is that your brain never found it interesting enough to file it properly. Your brain is like a massive library. When something important happens, like your last birthday or some major news that affected you, your brain doesn't just put that book on a shelf. It creates a huge display with lights, signs, and directions pointing right to it. You can find it instantly. But when someone says, "Hi, I'm Kevin," at a networking event while you're stressed and distracted, your brain just throws that book randomly on some shelf in a dark basement. The book is still there. You just have no clue where to look for it. Silva figured out that we don't have memory problems. We have interest problems. Our brains remember exactly what grabs our attention and connects to something meaningful. Everything else isn't forgotten. It's just badly organized. So how do we fix this? Silva gave us a simple framework. Make information interesting to your brain by creating connections. Here are 4 techniques you can start using right now. 1. The interest bridge technique. This one is simple. When you need to remember something boring, force your mind to find something interesting about it. Here's an example. You meet someone named Jennifer. Most people just repeat the name over and over. Jennifer, Jennifer, Jennifer. That doesn't work because you're not giving your brain anything to grab onto. Instead, connect it to something. Does she remind you of another Jennifer? Does the name make you think of a movie character? Can you link something about her appearance or personality to the name? Let's say you think Jennifer, like Jennifer Lawrence. This Jennifer also has that confident energy when she talks. Now you've created multiple paths to that name in your brain. You can get to it from different directions. Silva told a story about a businessman who could never remember client names. After one really embarrassing moment where he blanked on a major client's name, he started using this technique. Within a few weeks, everyone was amazed at his photographic memory. His brain didn't change. He just started giving his brain something to work with. Next time you need to remember something, spend 10 seconds making it interesting. Connect it to something you already know or care about. The connection can be silly. Actually, the sillier the better. 2. The event wrapper method. Your brain is built to remember stories, not random facts. Think about it. You can remember the entire plot of a movie you watched years ago, including character names and key scenes. But you can't remember the grocery list you made this morning. One was a story. One was just a list. So wrap your information in a story. Let's say you need to remember to buy milk after work. Don't just think, buy milk. Build a mini movie in your head. Picture yourself leaving your office, Feel the cool evening air on your skin. Hear your footsteps in the parking garage. You get in your car and turn toward the grocery store. You see that specific turn you'll make. You walk through the automatic doors. You smell that store smell. You grab the cart with the squeaky wheel. You head straight to the dairy section and grab the milk. By wrapping it in sensory details and a sequence of events, you've turned a forgettable task into a memorable experience. When you leave work, one piece of that story will trigger the rest like falling dominoes. When you need to remember something important, build a vivid mini-movie around it. Add sights, sounds, smells, and feelings. Make yourself the main character. 3. The excitement injection. Emotion is your brain's highlighter. Anything with emotional charge gets stored immediately and recalled instantly. Think about this. You remember every detail of your first kiss, but you can't remember what you had for lunch 3 days ago. The difference isn't that one event was longer. It's that one had emotional energy. If you're studying something that feels boring, inject enthusiasm into it. Change how you think about it. Take the Treaty of Versailles. On the surface, it's just another old document. Boring. But when you realize that this single agreement reshaped the entire 20th century, that World War II might not have happened without these specific terms, that this piece of paper changed millions of lives, suddenly it's not boring anymore. It's a pivotal moment in human history. Silva used to say that boredom is a choice. You can make anything boring by treating it like a chore, or you can choose to find what makes it fascinating. Before studying something, spend 1 minute getting excited about it. Make it personal. Figure out why it matters. 4. The 3-point connection system. Memory gets stronger with multiple connections. It's like securing a tent with several stakes instead of just one. The more connections you create, the easier it is to find that memory later. Here's the system. For anything you want to remember, create 3 types of connections. 1. Visualization. Create a mental picture as vivid as possible. 2. Personalization. Connect it to your own life or something you already know. 3. Unusualization. Make it weird, funny, or exaggerated. Let's use Abraham Lincoln being the 16th president as an example. Visualization. Picture Lincoln's famous beard and tall hat. Now imagine the number 16 embroidered in gold on his hat. Personalization. Sweet 16. Lincoln became president during America's Sweet 16 moment, its coming of age through the Civil War. Unusualization. Imagine 16 tiny Lincolns standing on each other's shoulders to make one full-height Lincoln giving a speech. Ridiculous? Absolutely. But that's exactly why it works. Your brain evolved to remember unusual things and ignore ordinary things. In the wild, noticing a regular bush was useless. But remembering the bush that moved differently could save your life. Think of something you need to remember right now. Apply all 3 connections to it. Make it visual, personal, and unusual. The weirder, the better. Do you get it now? Your mind isn't broken. You don't have a bad memory. You have a sophisticated system that remembers what matters, and it decides what matters based on interest and connection. When you stop fighting your memory and start working with how it actually works, everything changes. You're not forcing information into your head anymore. You're making information so interesting that your mind naturally holds onto it.